This is X Darkwing14X coming at y'all with something a little bit different than my usual DCU or Call of Duty commentary. So I'm looking at the Young Turks YouTube site. Shouts out to the Young Turks. Love those guys. They're doing amazing things. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. So they just put out a video talking about an iPad or a tablet that was marketed towards women and the outrage that it caused. Now, I understand that it basically made it seem like women are technophobic and don't know how to download apps and so on and so forth. And I get that, and that's pretty damn offensive if you ask me. However, I would like to know, how exactly do you market towards women? I'm saying this because I heard some rumblings that they were trying to make a Wonder Woman series a while back and a Wonder Woman movie in the making to kind of, tie into the Justice League deal. Now, how exactly do you make a Wonder Woman movie that A, doesn't suck, and B, won't piss off every woman and feminist in the world? On one hand, you have Wonder Woman, and let's look at her iconic suit. Basically, it's a one-piece bathing suit, a star-spangled one-piece bathing suit. And I mean, there's been a lot of derogatory statements said towards that bathing suit with the boots and the dominatrix lasso and the so on and the so forth. So, do you take that out? And I ask that question because before, they tried to change the look of Wonder Woman to kind of like, a kung fu woman type situation, but then people got upset because she wasn't in her iconic costume, and they kind of took away her powers, and she was kind of like Ally McBeal 20-30 years before Ally McBeal came out, and they want her to be a superhero again, so they put her back in the iconic costume. However, people still got upset because she basically was quote-unquote Wonder Stripper. How exactly do you make a Wonder Woman movie without it gets to the point where it's gonna be sexually objectified? You have to find somebody that's physically fit enough to be Wonder Woman. 1, 2, you put it in that suit, and automatically, not just men, but she will be sexually objectified if her hair is out of place, if her makeup isn't 100% on point. The first thing people are going to look at is how attractive she is. So how do you actually make a superheroine movie and her be judged on her superheroineness and not necessarily her looks or her sexuality or anything overt like that? How do you have a happy medium between the two? Now, we look at Catwoman, which was basically a cross between Batman and Sex and the City, and it wasn't very critically acclaimed. I didn't like it. Love Halle Berry. Shouts out to Halle Berry. Shouts out to Catwoman. Love that character. But the movie wasn't all that great because it kind of tried to show the fashion sense of Catwoman and not necessarily the badassness and the action of the Catwoman movie. Do people still think that women don't like action on the general whole of the situation? I'm perplexed. Yes, I'm a man, and some circles I shouldn't even be commenting on something like this, but I'm coming from, the other side or another side of the oppression Olympics, being a black man. And I get to the point where it's like, all right, I see something on TV that, it's very, very coonish as far as black people is concerned. We doing something where, we have to be gangster, we have to be stupid. Man, what you know about thermodynamics? I don't know nothing about that, dog. I'm gangster. And we have that type of situation, and we're always the black friend in the shows. Men at Work, for instance, you got your bald head smooth brother that has to be the bald head smooth brother, but there's just some things he just doesn't do because black folk just don't do that. And you're not necessarily, walking into things that black people normally don't walk into, and you have a lot of black folks that'll get upset by that. But then we will also get upset when there's less representation of black people in the media, and so there's really not a habit. Somebody's going to get pissed off because somebody black is gonna make the whole race look dumb. But if you don't put black people in the media, then black people as a whole is going to be very upset. Another example, the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory has virtually no black people in it. You know what I'm saying? You got Raj, but Raj is Indian. He's not the black guy. You know what I'm saying? You have a minority, and I guess we're supposed to be happy about that. But, me personally, I know that there are black nerds out there. I'm one of them, i.e. a YouTube talk about DCU and Call of Duty. So where's the happy medium? I'm speaking to the women. I'm also speaking to the other minorities, especially the black folks. Where do we find a happy medium to where the media can be comfortable in making something that won't piss all of us or most of us off at any time? I mean, you could put a white guy in anything. You could make a white guy look like anything. You can go from Mission Impossible to Paul Blart, and white men, aren't going to get pissed off by that. They can look just like anything they want, and it's okay, regardless. But say you made a Paul Blart and the mall cop was Jennifer Lopez or Christina Aguilera. You know what I'm saying? How would you see how that would be judged differently? How can we make a Wonder Woman movie? How can we market towards women? How can we market towards minorities that don't piss us all the way the fuck off? That's a challenge that I'd like to hear some feedback on, because I'm perplexed. I'm confused. I really would like to know how we can do that, how we can come together and make something that's an incredible piece of entertainment without offending a whole bunch of people in the process. So this is usually where I say heroes for life. So it's a life for life, but I kind of don't have a send-off when I'm talking about real shit. So holla back at your boy. Rate, comment, subscribe. Especially comment. Give me some feedback on this, and I'll holla back at y'all. Per se.